A very warm welcome to all those who have joined us today from the Integrated Wellness Clinic team, 360-degree care. And for those of you who are attending our session for the first time, I would like you to understand the concept of integrated wellness. Our clinic was started with the vision to manage and prevent illness, and it brings the best of modern medicine and natural techniques of healing under one roof. All our doctors, we are a team of 3 doctors, and all our doctors have 20 plus years of experience. We have Dr. Ruby Bansal with us. She's an HIV and chronic disease expert. She's a lifestyle expert. She works as a head of the wellness department at Yashoda Hospital. Our dietitian, clinical nutritionist, Dr. Deepika Kohli will be joining us soon. I think she has some medical emergency in the family, but I am sure she'll join us soon. She gives us tips on clinical nutrition. She's a renowned nutritionist. I'm your old friend, from 30 years ago. You remember me, I left St. Mary's in class 8, and after 30 years, we are reconnecting. This Corona pandemic has, reconnected all of us in very amazing ways. And we have found ways to, help each other, whether Minnie is sitting in Dubai, and she joined the session. My other college friends would be joining soon. And it has bring us together in a way, that we want to help each other, be there for each other. If not physically, we want to be there mentally for each other. And whatever little knowledge we have gained as doctors, as caretakers of COVID patients, we want to pass it on to you so that our country at large lessens the burden of infection and we are able to contain it and save our resources for future. So we have been conducting Corona sessions ever since the pandemic started. In March we started doing sessions. First we were doing stepping out and living with Corona around, how to prevent yourself, how to protect yourself. Then we were doing immunity, our gateway to health. We also did fatty liver to fit liver because liver plays a major role in immunity and protects yourself, you from infection. We also did fear and anxiety can lead to unnecessary hospitalization. And today we are wanting to prepare you for, in case the Corona devil visits you, how to prepare yourself and your family, how to be ready to, fight it positively. So I had an experience with a Corona positive patient. My own husband got it unfortunately 2 weeks ago, and how I fought it. And my daughter Alicia, she's also with us. She also got symptoms. She was not tested, but she had all the symptoms. She's still fighting with some throat ulcers, but she's a bold girl and sitting here. I think we can give her a minute to speak if she wants to later on. So, and I think Dr. Ruby will be telling us, she's a medical expert, she's an HIV disease expert. She wants to tell us what should we do medically, in case the virus comes, what medicine should be there in hand, if you can keep some for emergency, what instrument should be there so that you have a smooth recovery. She will tell us about the oximeter. She will also tell us how you should use the oximeter. If you use the oximeter in the opposite direction, you might be seeing the pulse, and the pulse will be around 80, 82, 85, and you will be feeling that my oxygen saturation is reducing. I need to rush to the hospital. She will tell you details of how to, check your oxygen saturation with the oximeter. And I think over to Dr. Ruby Bansal for enlightening us on how to prepare ourselves medically. Dr. Ruby, please.
Yeah, good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. So you all are Priya's friend, and we have a very special session with you all. So I am also happy to see you all. I mean, it's good when we are connecting with the old friends, because the school, college friends are the best one. So today we are just talking about the COVID. Since last March, everybody is talking about the COVID only. And COVID has taken us to the, we don't know where. It's to the lockdown, to everywhere, and but not. So many of the things happening. And definitely right now we are not talking about how to prepare, how to go out. So because it's a old story. Now it's I remember the one thing when has been started in the March, when the Italy was suffering. So, and we were having the 4 or 5 cases only. So I have a very good friend and very senior ID specialist in the Italy, and I was worried like how he's doing. I just talked to him. And he told me that day, every day I remember his words. Ruby, please do take care. This virus will roam around the world. It will not leave any part. Sooner or later, it will go. So that was the end. His words are like now I can acknowledge that this is the true, and we are seeing how this virus is moving. Like 2 weeks back, Delhi, Mumbai, these metro cities, and the Tamil Nadu, it's still at peak, but definitely we are seeing the flattening the curve in Delhi and Mumbai. Tamil Nadu, yet we are not seeing the flattening the curve, but you are seeing it is now moving to the periphery, from the metro cities to the periphery. Like the Bihar is having, Rajasthan is having, and I think many of you are from the Rajasthan, Jaipur, or wherever, from the different part of the countries. So it is moving everywhere. So don't think it will not come to you. It may come to you anytime, any part of the time, any part of the day. So we should be ready, right? Starting from the precautions, people are still, I am seeing, not using the mask properly. People are not maintaining the social distancing because they are either tired or it is a habit. Actually, I see it is a habit. Like we used to see people are moving on the bike, but the helmet on the hand. So I easily reconnect it. It's the mask. People are not using the mask. It's below the nose or it's the throat. So it is not the correct way. If you want to save it, because virus is going from the nostrils as well as from the mouth. It can enter from anywhere. And avoid touching your hand. So these are the things we need to take care, because precautions is the must, and precaution is the only rule. This is the new norm. Social distancing, wearing the mask, and washing your hand, and be away from the crowd. I must say it's not a social distancing, it is a physical distancing which is the must. Mental distancing don't make. Mental correction should be made, like Priya did today. So how, if something happens, if COVID comes to your home, first thing, please do not panic. I told you, despite all the precaution, it may come. Definitely with all the precaution, it will not come. Wherever we will breach the precaution, it may come. And we will not be knowing what we did wrong. So precautions remains the first and the utmost important thing. But if it comes to you, do not panic. We need to fight it off, because there is nothing like impossible. Everything is possible, and the good part, India is ready to fight it off, as we have the delayed cycle. And what is the advantage of this delayed cycle? Because we have now every single treatment which is in the world, every treatment with us. Whatever is around the world, we have everything, anything or whatever just needed for this COVID treatment. And we have the experience of the world, and definitely the Indian doctors are the best doctors. I must appreciate that. We are the best doctors. So India is leading, and we are having the very good recovery rate. Good part, India has somewhere the good immune system also, because of a few, maybe you can say few of our cultural habits or our ancestors' habits or our the food habits or whatever, or our climate. So we have the immunity different from the other world, and definitely which is helping us in fighting with the corona. That's why we have the good recovery rate of approximate 80% of the recovery rate. 80% of the patients who are having, who just got this COVID, they are having the mild symptom or a very moderate symptoms. So who are falling sick are the people who are having the comorbidities. Especially obesity comes number 1. Second is the diabetes. Third is the heart disease. Fourth is the kidney issues. And fifth is the any other comorbid conditions. So cancers or immunocompromised patient, HIV patients, but definitely if precautions has to be taken, but they are also recovering. Still, we don't know who will recover, who will not. So we cannot say 100% if someone gets admitted in the hospital will recover. So that is the total. But if anything happens, what you need to do? First thing, any fever, cough, cold, don't take it lightly. As I am keep on saying, in the era of COVID, every fever, every breathlessness, every cough, or every sore throat is COVID unless proven otherwise. And there is a list goes long. Many of you are doctors, so you know how the list goes long. The fever is a fever of unknown origin, is always difficult to diagnose. And in the COVID era, first thing we need to think of the COVID. Important why we need to think of the COVID. Important is how to protect others, to save others. The same case, what the Priya happened. If husband gets positive, so how she prevent everyone in the family? That is very important. That's why important. If you think the fever is COVID, it's better. Just think. It may not be, but take precaution according to it. So it is the wearing the mask. The patient as well as everybody in the family should wear the mask. Maintain the social distancing. Like if somebody is sick, should be separated in a room. Washroom, bathroom should be separated, utensils should be separated, and just keep on like caring, and the other people should be separated themselves. So we can protect the others from this COVID infection, right? Testing is very important. Now here and there, a lot of testings are happening. Antigen testing, antibody testing, RT-PCR, we have lot many tests. So antigen testing is not very I must say very authentic. Authentic in the means because antigen you can pick in the first 3-4 days only. After that you might not pick. It may be false negative, and if the viral load is low, then again you will not pick the antigen. So best test is RT-PCR. COVID-19 RT-PCR. RT-PCR, you may just get it up to the 13-14 days of the fever. It may be positive, right? There are also the false negativity. I'm not saying, but the most of the cases it is coming positive when person is having the COVID. Antibody, definitely antibody the after the infection. So we are seeing in the herd immunity in many of the people. Delhi is showing the 23% of the immunity of the COVID positive, like antibodies in the body of 23% of who don't have the much of the symptoms. So might be you had it. Might be you will have it. So we don't know. So antibody is for that if you want to see whether I am immune or not. Although antibody still are not suffice because we are seeing lot of cases of recurrence. As a lot of studies are showing these antibodies are not lasting long.
No.
If somebody get immune, mild infection, maybe after 2-3 months, these antibody will vanish and the person may get infection. So you should keep this in the mind. So in the preparation, that is very important. And how you are just checking the fever, definitely either separate thermometer, whether it is a glass thermometer, mercury thermometer, or a digital thermometer, or whatever you are using, but don't use it for the other person, right?
Yes.
If COVID positive, then use it exclusively for that person. Or else you are seeing everywhere, this is the infrared thermometer. But I still prefer the digital thermometers are the best in the reading as such the accuracy point of concern. Or these mercury thermometer. But mercury we are not using because of the environment, but still they are, if you know the reading, so it is a cheap and the best thermometer, right? Oximeter, what is the role of the oximeter? Like we are saying, not every patient needs to be get admitted. Important is test. If the person is positive, you know what you can do, what the doctor can do. So always connect with your doctor. Important. Despite you are a doctor, but you should connect with your doctor. Some of the doctor, because when something happens in the family, our mind doesn't work. This is a shortcut for everybody. कितना भी अच्छा डॉक्टर हो अपना बच्चे का ऑपरेशन नहीं कर सकता है, right? So that is the fact. So we should not be thinking कि like नहीं मैं ही इलाज कर लूँगी. So just take a help of your colleague. It's always better. Take a help of the allopathic doctor. Take help of the homeopathy doctor. If you want to add the Ayurveda, you can add the Ayurveda. We are not, because you are seeing the COVID is best showing us the integrated approach. integrated approach, how we are just treating. So this is the best example of the integration, right? So what is the use of the oximeter? Oximeter is a device which is just like very simple. I mean, we were using it. We are using generally in the emergencies. So now it is every home's. It is a equipment which everybody should have. So I mean, my 25 years of the practice, I never had this, but in the COVID time, I purchased this because never we didn't need it. It was used only in the emergency. So now we have to use it. This is the device which is showing the SpO2 and the pulse rate. Only thing, the best finger, I just made the video also, best finger is the middle finger, because middle finger is getting the blood circulation from the ulnar as well as the radial. So it is having the best perfusion. Okay, so you can just put it in the finger and it can give you the readings. Correctly sitting position, put the finger on the, like it should be holded, it should not be hanging. So if you are just, I am showing you the hanging one, but it should be kept on the table or somewhere, and you should check the pulse oximeter. So you are seeing here, I mean, I don't know whether you can see, it is showing the 98 and my pulse rate is showing the 97. So if you are having the perfusion of 95 to 98 or 99, it's okay, nothing to worry about, because the COVID patient will have the perfusion of the 95 or 96. You will not always be getting the 98, 99. Normal healthy person will get the 98, 99% if you don't have any lung disorder earlier. Okay, so COVID person, COVID positive, but may not be the serious, he will have the 95 to 96%. Like Kamil also had the 95, 96 multiple times, the SpO2, Riya's husband. And if it is less than 95, definitely, please book yourself in a hospital. Okay, that's always better. And we need to do the few tests of the COVID, because we need to see what is the COVID is doing. It is a lot of the vascular problem, lot of the lungs issues. It is in the, I mean, now it is a whole book. It is a whole, I can specialty. COVID has become a whole specialty now. So there are so many things are coming up. But I will not tell all about the things. The minimum thing you should do the CBC. You should be checking the LFT, the basic parameters. You should be checking the CRP, inflammatory marker, because the COVID is creating the inflammation. So if you are a homeopath, so you should need where to target. You need to target to the inflammation, because of COVID is creating the inflammation. Every cell is inflamed. So we are targeting to reduce the inflammation. So you can check the CRP. If CRP raised, definitely it is an inflammatory marker. You can check the D dimer. Okay. So this is also, if there is a cytokine storm, interleukin, because you must be listening a lot of the cytokine storm. What is this? Let's say interleukin is very high. It must be then it is having the cytokine storm, and we need a specific medicine. So there is a lot of medicines we are using. Hydroxychloroquine we are using as an antibiotic, azithromycin. We are using doxycycline, right? We are using Favipiravir. We are using Remdesivir. We are using Toxicillin. So there are lot many things we are using, and everything is available in India freely, easily, everywhere. So many medicine. Only connect with your doctor, they will help you. Don't do self-medication, because every medicine has to be prescribed by the doctor, looking into the need of the person.
Right.
Okay, so not necessarily it is the every medicine, if one medicine is working on me, it will work on you. Okay, so prophylaxis is something like, if you have the good immunity, you will have the less symptom. If you don't have the good immunity, you will have the high symptom. It applies for every disease, right? So these are the few things which is important, how to prepare, what to know. So you should know, connect, 3 weeks isolation, symptoms, keep watching the symptoms, don't give the multiple medicines, choose judiciously, right? So that is my take. As per the allopathic doctor is concerned, I think Priya will tell you about some homeopathic, how we can just club the medicine, adding, because we need to we want the inflammation to be go away. So it's very good on this system. You can add the homeopathy also, and definitely roll of the hot water, gargles, and the steam remains here, because we need to clear the lung path. Right. So Priya, over to you. If any question, I am here, so I will be happy to answer.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Ruby. So actually, we have developed a homeopathic regime, and we used to use it as a prophylactic. वो हम patients को देते हैं. And arsenic 30, I've been talking, for last many sessions. वो दे सकते हैं. उसके साथ अपने phosphorus, sulfur, कई medicines we have used. But as soon as the patient is positive, जब positive हो जाते हैं, तो उनकी दवाइयाँ change हो जाती हैं. That has to be chosen depending on the case. Homeopathic medicines we can give. The most important thing I think is Dr. Ruby, as she emphasized, you have to maintain your cool. Because if somebody in your family is going to be sick for another 3 weeks, 3 to 4 weeks, let's say, then you are the primary caregiver. You have to keep your calm. You don't have to feel that, you don't have to feel the worst. You have to be mentally prepared, but you don't have to feel that only my husband, my child, or my father-in-law, he's going to rush to the hospital. All the bad things will happen to me. You have to think positive. You have to take it one day at a time. And you have to always say to yourself, I can do it. And with that spirit, if you do, I think you will be able to take care of your family members. And I think if you are anxious as a caregiver, the person who is on the bed, isolated for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, unable to touch your family members, he is most affected, So you have to keep his spirits high also. You have to tell him it's easy, we can fight it together. At least you are at home. If it is a home quarantine, you can always tell the patient that at least you are at home. You can hear your children. You can see us from a distance. But please don't give into this temptation कि अब बुखार नहीं आ रहा है, so let's sit together and have a cup of tea. No, that cup of tea will cost you with your life, If that cup of tea, you take that cup of tea into your dining area or into your kitchen, God forbid your children can drink from the same cup at times. And this virus, we know how it traveled from one part of the globe and how it has affected lakhs and lakhs of people. So you have to always not give in to that temptation and say, we will do this activity 3 weeks from now. For today, I'm just taking care of the person, and I'm not at all going to spend time with him in his room. Even if it is for 5 minutes, even if it is for 5 seconds without a mask, no, you're not entering the room without a mask. Always wear a mask. Once you enter the room, whenever you come out, you have to wash your hands there, and as soon as you come out, you can again, wash your hands. Any good sanitizer will do, but I think the best bet, I think Dr. Ruby will agree, is your soap and water. Washing, yes, for soap and water, 20 seconds minimum, 30 seconds, you can count your mantra, whatever, Om Jai or, whatever mantra, and then you can keep washing. Children, I taught, ABCD, they count their full ABCD, till then, they keep washing their hands. So I think, and even if you are anxious, if you are fearful, your children will get that fear, and their immune system will go down. They will get affected. My daughter got emotionally very upset because father was positive. And immediately the next day she landed up with symptoms, So I think we have to keep our mental immunity very, very high. Corona is an infection. I think, Minnie, I wish you were in India, because Indians, I think, are blessed at this time. They are the blessed people of the entire globe. My tests were done, in a minute. I did not move out of the house at all. My PCR was done, my husband's was done. 2 days after that, mine was done, sample collected, report on the phone, medicine, doorstep delivery of medicine, everything. I have not stepped down out of my house. So everything is available. And this, I've been talking to my sister who is in the US. She said, you are lucky because we have to be in the line to get tested. They have to be in the line to get tested. And I was teasing her, you can have your dollars, but we have our culture, So I think that is why I did not leave India, and I'm never going to leave my country, I hope my children also stay here and do something for the country. And other than that, I have to tell you, don't be anxious that you have to finish all the work together. If the patient's clothes, are pending, you have to keep those clothes in a closed bucket in the patient's room itself. Not in a common area, not in a common washing area. Keep them there and then maybe you can fill up the machine, washing machine with detergent and water, and the patient has to touch his own clothes and put it there. You don't have to, touch the patient's clothes. You don't have to be a serving wife or daughter-in-law. The patient has to touch his things. He has to disinfect his utensils, his clothes, everything. He has to change his bed. He has to take care of his things because the patient is not very sick, and then his time is also utilized. Otherwise, if the patient is just lying on the bed, then his time is also not utilized. Even you can give fruits to the patient. He can cut his own fruit, eat his own fruit when he wants. So you have to, do that. Minimum contact, minimum entrance into that room for 2 weeks, mentally being together, positive approach, and you can keep telling your social contact. I think I had, family and friends giving me food for entire 2 weeks. They would drop it in my car. Don't overburden yourself with cooking and handling the patient, everything. You are a superwoman, but you cannot be one right now, because if you stress yourself, you might fall ill, and then all of you will land up in a hospital, because a sick person cannot take care of another sick person. So I think save your energy, tell it to yourself, tomorrow is going to be another day less, and we will, this way we can fight together. You can all unmute yourself. We are nearing end, I think. If any of you wants to say anything, you're most welcome. We have a very informal discussion today. Anybody wants to speak, I think any queries, most welcome.
Hi, Priya. Thank you so much for the session. Hi, Minnie, everybody. I just wanted you to throw light on the kind of mask to wear, to be worn. Whether the ventilator ones are more safe or the surgical ones.
Dr. Ruby, please answer.
There is no need of the ventilated one. This is a strict no.
Okay. You mean to say the surgical ones are more safe?
So you can use the simple cloth mask.
No, because in that, some problems are there. Like my husband, he is also a doctor, so he's wearing a mask for 8 to 9 hours. So there's a lot of sweating also. Inhaling problems are also there, and that is why I wanted to find out a solution for this.
No. This is basically because wall masks are strict no. Wall mask can save you. Wall mask has been made for the to fight off the pollution, for the breathers, right? For the runners, for the bicyclers. So for the COVID, if you want to prevent the infection, triple layer any mask. Surgical mask is good. Any cloth mask is good. Only thing, important thing is it should cover your nose like this tightly. So because the virus can penetrate from the sides, and you should not be touching your mask off and on. So that is a very important thing. Only touch the mask from the strings, not from this place. So that is important. So there is no need of any fancy, any very, very expensive mask or something. They are not just going to do the wonders. Like even the doctors who are going for the ICU, they are wearing the N95 mask without wall. This is a law. The government has now come up. There should not be use. There should not be use of the wall mask. I am promoting the last 4 months. There is no use of the wall mask. They are creating more danger, because you are just if the COVID person is wearing the mask, he will exhale the infected air. That's why there is no need of the wall mask. Yes, definitely they can protect you.
And one more thing, like how often they are.
If person is alone at home, no need to wear the mask. If you are walking alone on the road, no need to wear the mask. But the crowded place, you are going to the office, definitely you should wear the mask. If you are alone going in your car, you may not wear the mask. Okay?
And how often it should be changed?
Sorry?
How often the masks are to be changed?
How often? It is said, because if you are, that is why the best are the cloth masks.
Right.
You can use
so wear it and it has to be
washed. You wash it with the soap and water, with the surf, or just dip in the little lukewarm water with the surf or with the soap, so it will just wash away. If you are using these masks, like in the hospital, we have been given the mask for the 5 days. One mask you have to use for the 5 days. But what we are doing, if we are using that mask, we are just covering it from the surgical mask. which is a cheaper one, 2-3 rupees per. So we are removing that mask every day, and that below mask is kept for the 4-5 days.